What?
Did
I what?
Bro,
what?
Welcome back to Peach Bottom Auto Body, guys. We're here completing the misfit project finally. Now obviously Jack's back and we didn't fully get the surprise done like I wanted to, but there's still some pieces that I think he's gonna be surprised about. We'll have to see if he notices when we're getting this thing put back together. But man, we'll get there in a second. This paint just looks incredible. Sean, you absolutely killed it, as per usual. But today, he is super busy up at the shop, and I think this afternoon he's even going to get Bandit, which means Bandit will be back on the channel. But it's looking completely different, and I don't think you guys are gonna wanna miss this look. It's pretty unique. It's really sweet. I gotta say, it's pretty sweet. So he's up at the homestead getting all that stuff squared away. I think some office work, you know, the boring stuff. I'm out here frolicking today, and he's doing all the boring office stuff. As you guys know, Misfit came to us looking pretty good. Not quite up to our standards. Here at Enthusiast, we like that 12 out of 10 look, where this paint on Misfit was kinda, you know, like a 7 out of 10. It was good, but it wasn't quite great. So we ripped it all apart while Jack was in Utah, which he has been talking about doing forever. He's always like, oh, we're gonna build Misfit, we're gonna do this, and that, and he just couldn't get around to it. So I was like, he's gone. He doesn't need his truck for a little bit. Let's tear that thing down and get this project going. So when we got this truck in, one of the first things that we noticed was some of the paint match, it was a little orange peely. It was good, but it was just a little orange peely. So we figured we needed to get that addressed. One of the biggest things were the fender flares, and I'm looking at them right now. I'll show you guys in a second. These things look absolutely incredible now. I think it's time that you guys see some of this baby smooth paint work that they did down here. Now, as you may have seen there, we did a little something special on the fender flares, which I can't wait to show Jack. But if you can remember all the way back to the Denali, in the fender flare light, we had stenciled in, I think it was GMC or Denali, I forget. There was something in the fender flare light and it was stenciled and the light shined through it perfectly. Looked absolutely incredible when the running lights were on. So on Misfit, I was like, how can we really make this truck special and unique? Then it hit me, I was like, let's put Misfit in the fender flare. So we did just that. Our boy Joe made these decals up, sent them down to Peach Bottom here. Sean stenciled everything up, sprayed some beautiful paint down on these things, and now these fender flares are truly something special. That's enough talking about these parts though. Let's get them loaded up in the LBZ and get them back up and put on Misfit. Now as I'm pulling out here, I'm looking at an absolutely beautiful F450 that somehow I did not notice on the way in. That I might have to go take a closer look at. Yeah, sounds about right. This is a color you definitely don't see much of. It looks absolutely incredible, and wow, that is a sweet truck. Wow. Looks like 21 maybe 22. It's hard to tell, the headlights aren't in. That would be the giveaway feature, but it's on some Forces. It's on the ridge grapplers just like Convict was back in the day. It looks incredible. Take a look at this thing. Those Forces, wow. Even with the outer front end, this truck just looks absolutely mean. Be curious to see this one once all finished up with a Peach Bottom touch. I think it's gonna be a special one. All right, now that squirrel moment's done, let's get on the road back up to the shop so we can get the Misfit fully assembled. This thing is gonna be one bad truck when it's done. Got a little bit of work though, cause the lighting, it's going all white, which means we gotta drop the headliner and get some new cab lights in, which that could be quite the task. I've never dropped a headliner on one of these yet, so we'll see how that goes. All right guys, I just got back up to the shop here and something's not as it should be. Now, remember how I said Jack's up at the shop busy with a bunch of stuff? Well, I didn't think he'd be busy with this, but I'm not sure what the Ford's on right now because sitting right here is the specialties. Now, I have no clue what that's all about, but I'm assuming that's gonna be in the next upload, so you You guys aren't gonna wanna miss that one. You never know what's going on with him. It's always something, so we're both in for a surprise. But back to the surprise. So we got all these parts and a pretty bare naked truck that all said parts need to go back on. I think the part I'm most excited for, like I said personally, is those right there. So let's throw the 2 rear fenders on and see how they look.
The next day.
Welcome back, guys, to exactly where we left off because I ran out of time Friday night and didn't get much done. However, I did get a few things put in, and man, do they look sick. Let me show you real quick. It's not much. We got the majority of the work that we got to do here this afternoon, but here they are, the side markers, whited out and stenciled perfectly. They turned out better than I ever could have imagined, and that brings me to the taillights. If you guys remember back on Dream Diesel giveaway number 17, Lucifer, the red L5P that was an absolute unit of a truck, we did something a little different with the taillights, and we kind of went with a similar theme like that on the AT4, and those also turned out better than I ever could have imagined. With them, we did a full blackout on the side so it blends into the truck, looks sleek as can be, and then you come around here to the rear, and boom, the C is stenciled out, and it looks absolutely incredible. But that leads me to all of the other parts that I'm looking at right now that we've got to get installed so we can show Jack what's going on with his new AT4, fully refreshed AT4. I think we're going to start with the, in my opinion, one of the easier things, which are the mirrors. As I'm sure you can see, I kind of went to town on Friday night with pulling the headliner apart. Didn't record much of it because I haven't pulled many headliners down, so I was figuring it out as I went. But we got it down, and we got one of the cab lights in, and that also looks absolutely crispy. At this point, I'm sure a lot of you can tell what the theme is on this truck, and that is going to be white out with the lighting. No amber anywhere on this thing, and man, is it coming together, and is it going to look amazing. Switchbacks from Boost Auto Parts here in the mirrors. Let's see what those puppies look like. And just as we suspected, these things look absolutely incredible. Boost, you make an awesome part for these mirrors. It really adds that character. The sequential turn signal. Now these things obviously are switchbacks too, and wait. Nice, there and on. So, what do you think? How'd it look? I couldn't see it obviously, but you guys did. Did it look good? And just like that, the misfit transformation is done. Well, almost done. And the front end isn't together yet because we're still waiting on the headlights, and the side markers here aren't lit up because they connect to the headlights up in here. But other than that, the transformation of misfit is complete. We got the rock lights all put in, we got the fresh paint match on the mirrors, we got the steps all matched up, we have the fender caps repainted because, well, rock chips. We've got the tail lights, which I think are my favorite feature of this build. They got the blacked out sides, and then you get to the back and you can see it perfectly. It is the chef's kiss in my opinion. That being said, I think we're finally ready to show Jack Misfit, fully refreshed. Let's go find him and see if he can notice those details I was telling you guys about. I actually don't even think he's here right now. I think he's out running some errands. He should be back any minute, but you know, that man's on time is 30 minutes late. So we'll see when he pulls in here. In case he had it like a 30 minutes later. Guys, he's here. Look at that thing. That's a nice truck right there.
Are you out here without a jacket on? You're insane.
Remember how I tore your truck apart when you went to Utah?
Yeah.
Well, it's finally back together, and I think it's time you finally see it.
I'm nervous.
Don't be too nervous.
I'm trusting in the process. Have I trained you well, Grasshopper? Only time will tell.
I guess we'll see.
Whoa, dude, I'm seeing some white lights, buddy.
Dude, we went full.
You listened to the Instagram poll online, didn't you? We only had like 500 comments. Dang, dude. Dude, the white lighting looks sick. The rock lights are pimping.
You're gonna be rolling around in style now, man. What?
Did
I what? Bro, what?
Misfits on the fender lights, dude.
Yeah, you remember how we did that on the, what was it? It wasn't the OG, it was the Denali, the 2020.
Yeah, dude, it had GMC, and you even did the same font?
Same font, GMC font. Of course, dude.
Come on, that's awesome, dude.
That way it matches all your badging.
You got me half lights that work? My man, I really appreciate that.
Yeah, so about that.
Yeah, 50%'s better than 40, right?
I figured we would just put the back ones in and leave the front ones not lit up. You know, it's better that way, right?
Dude, they look sick. Isn't it something on these trucks, like they're connected or whatnot?
Yeah,
Did you know that?
the front light actually connects into the headlight.
That's what I thought. Whoa, bro, this turned out so sick, man. So you went to Joe, the graphic designer, and had him mock some up.
Yep. He already had the
Yeah,
font
bro.
saved. He's like, dude, it'll take me 10 minutes.
Nice work, man. That looks absolutely awesome.
I'm pretty hype on how it turned out. And the all-white lighting, dude, this thing is just...
And it's that peach bottom quality, bro. It's smoother than a baby's butt. The paint on this truck was nice, but it was like a 2 out of 10. Truthfully, what?
See, I was kind of gave him a 7 out of 10.
Oh,
You're just
no, it was
tanking a
definitely
10
not that
too.
at all. Like, whoever did it before, this is not a shot at them. It was just not prepped 100% perfect, and it was starting to flake. And plus, the wear, like, you know how it was like orange peely?
Yeah, it was.
Where it's like, no orange peel in this paint. But dude, that's sick, man. I cannot believe that Misfit fit on that little area like perfectly, and it looks like it was just 100% meant to be with these lights. Like there's no shine through or anything like that.
Nope.
Damn, bro.
Yeah, man.
Nice work, man. Thank you, dude. I appreciate this. You know, this is kind of cool. Like, I'm happy you took the reins on this project while I was gone.
No offense, but I was sick of hearing you talk about doing it. So I'm like, we're doing it.
Yeah, bro, I know. I talked about it all the time. Like, guys, legitimately, it is like a thorn in my side to not have my own personal truck. And I just feel like I'm missing a fundamental toolbox in my tool chest when I don't have my own rig. Fortunately, we got old Super Duty Sam version 2 out there. That's been a pretty decent daily driver, like, I'm not gonna lie. But I really miss Misfit, and I'm excited to get him back.
Not quite yet, though. Not quite yet. We got those all fixed up. You know how they were all rock chipped up?
Yeah, it was terrible.
Not anymore.
Oh man, you painted these too. That looks awesome.
Oh!
Super cool.
Bro, the coolest part.
Taillights.
Yeah.
I think I know where you're going.
I don't even think you noticed that. You were too taken back by the Misfit. Check these tails out,
dude.
You remember, what was it? Lucifer, right?
Yeah.
Lucifer, we did the same styling on them, and I was like, that just hit. So I was like, let's copy it.
I don't think I've ever seen any 2020 plus taillights like this. Like I've seen people like stencil out this outer bezel here and then stencil over what is like this amber reflector. But bro, honestly, it just seems incomplete when I see that. Whereas this, it just blends it all together. Plus you have the dual mask right here. You got the inner turn signal masked for the outer running light and brake light. Sick, man, that is awesome. Did you tint them too?
I think they are a little bit tinted, yes.
Wow, great minds, bro. They look awesome.
It's almost like I've had some training by a certain someone.
Wonder who that person is. They got great taste.
No clue.
Bumper steps painted, finally. That was long overdue.
All this just to not quite have it back yet.
I know. The tease is so real right now. Man, I can't get over these lights, bro. That was a sick surprise. Like, I had an idea as to what you were doing when you were taking things off. I'm like, all right, I see where his mind's going.
Right.
So truthfully, it was kind of a little bit predicted, but that right there, like, I had absolutely no clue, man. That's cool.
I had to slip something in there you weren't gonna expect.
That's super cool. That's super, super cool. Mirrors look incredible. So the cab lights from Fast Headlights?
Well, of course, that's like the only company to get them from.
So you were just eavesdropping me the whole time, talking about how I wanted to go to Phil for these cab lights and the fender lights?
And the fender lights. I mean, we're only together 24/7. It's not.
You just snaked me out of the system and you went to Phil.
Here's me. Here was you. Here was Phil. I was just like, whoop.
Wait, does that mean you got for the headlights coming in?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I mean, if you're eavesdropping, I'm hoping you were taking notes, bro.
You're gonna have to wait and see, bro.
All right.
You're gonna have to wait and see.
Oh, dude. That's awesome.
Sean should have them done this week, so you won't have to wait too long.
All right. So guys, for those of you that don't know, I was talking to Phil from Fast Headlights for quite a while about this specific project. but it just kept getting put off and put off and put off. I told him I would order them eventually when I was ready to tear this thing down, and I guess while I was out in Utah, my man holding the camera right now did exactly that, which is awesome. So Phil does these OEM integrations, super OEM plus guy, super passionate about it, and the quality of his work is awesome. I didn't get to see under those lights, but I'm sure that it was just cleaner than a whistle.
OEM. I mean, you genuinely can barely even tell.
Like OEM fit and finish, those are actually OEM cores. That's how Phil handles his business. So he'll take the cores, you kept them, right?
Yeah, they're in the office somewhere.
All right, cool. He'll take the cores that Jake has somewhere, and then he'll actually retrofit those for another customer that wants to add white cab lights to their 2020. Plus, with these Fender lights, he'll actually go in there and he'll take out the amber, then he'll put white ones in. So the hue of this light and those lights match identically, which is super important. There's a lot of people that go white lighting on their builds, but one of my biggest pet peeves or gripes about that is when one is brighter than the other, or one is another color tone than the other, such as like 6000K and like 4700K. It would actually shine a different hue. In person, camera might not pick it up. And that drives me insane, but fortunately Phil has all that taken care of. And honestly, Jake, good job reaching out to him, man. We're actually gonna link their Instagram right here if you guys wanna go check them out. We'll also have their information down in the description below. And if this man really listened to me, he would have ordered one more part that I'm assuming is gonna be in those headlights that we're probably just gonna have to make an entire new video about, because it is probably one of the sickest mods that we're gonna have for this entire truck. Believe me when I say that. You guys aren't gonna wanna miss that.
Plot twist, that's the one thing I didn't eavesdrop on and didn't actually order them. I guess we'll wait and see.
So that's that, boys and girls. My best friend pranked me while I was gone with a prank in the best interest, man. This truck needed attention so bad, and while I was out of town, Jake had decided to capitalize on that opportunity and just get the ball rolling himself. I'm super happy he did. I felt like that age-old adage where like the plumber's house has all the leaks, in the sense of the fact that like we're building all these super badass, super unique trucks, and my truck kind of just went unattended and neglected for a little while, but not no more. This thing is completely murdered out. This truck right here is now branded Misfit, and nobody's ever gonna mistake it for any other truck. And finally, I've got my say, well, his say, an extension of my say in the truck, if you will. And man, I'm super excited to see this thing come back together. It is now up to the quality of our builds, with all the little things that we love to throw into our trucks. And now we just gotta wait for that front end to come back together with that final touch of the headlights. We did get the headlights built as well. And obviously the headlights are gonna tie together the entire front end of this thing. And with that next addition from Phil at Fast Headlights, it is really gonna set this truck apart in so many different ways. You do something to the mirror lights?
1 second.
Yo! Those are sick, dude. Boost?
Who else?
None other than our boys over at Boost Auto Parts. This is no surprise. Finally, we've got a set on Misfit. These are their switchback white to amber plug-and-play LEDs for the mirrors. Plus, they have the forward LEDs here. I can see them in there. It was something that I was talking to Boost about for a while. There again, these boys came together and surprised ye old DURTYMAX Jack. And man, I am super pumped. Now we've got white, white, white. We just need one more addition up front here, and this thing is going to be complete and back on the road. I've missed it. And the vlog takeover is no longer. Boys and girls, I missed y'all in this upload, and it was a fun one at that, man. That truck looks so sick. I'm pumped to get it back on the road. I'm actually about to jump back into reassembling Bandit. We've got some really exciting updates for you guys in the next upload on that very specific truck. You now know the color from the last video. It's just that you're not gonna see the completed truck until it is that complete. I told you guys I wouldn't hide the color this time around from the last way we did Lone Star, but you're not gonna see the complete picture until it's done. But in the meantime, you're more than welcome to hit that link down in the description below and grab yourself some entries for this S4 67.7 second gen swap, 6.7 liter Cummins with a stage 2 Muldoon's trans, 24x14s, also happens to come with 30,000 convenient Benjamins. And if you happen to smash that link now, you can get 5 times the normal entry for your chance to take the entire package home.